morning, everybody. This is one of our Weather Watchers pictures taken yesterday. It's a waterspout. It was seen from Portishead in North Somerset, but also Newport area of Wales as well. Quite unusual for us to see these, but not unheard of. There's another view of it as well. Now, yesterday we had some torrential, thundery downpours, leading to some flooding across parts of East Anglia, Lincolnshire and the Midlands. In fact, some parts had as much as 30 to 40 millimetres of rainfall in just 1 hour. Now, today there's a potential for similar. Some further heavy downpours, still thundery, but in between there will be some sunny spells. At the moment, we've got some heavy rain moving across northern England, and through the day, that's going to be pushing up in through southern Scotland and into Northern Ireland, turning more showery. But even so, there could still be some heavy thundery bursts in it. At the same time, we've got a lot of cloud and some rain across Wales, and through the day, we'll see further heavy thundery downpours develop across England and Wales and remain fairly cloudy across Scotland and Northern Ireland too. Temperatures ranging from 15 in the north to 24 or 25 somewhere in the southeast. Now, through this evening and overnight, we still hang on to a fair bit of cloud. There'll be some low cloud, some mist, some drizzle around as well. Many of the showers will fade, but there still will be some around, and some of those for a time will still be heavy and thundery. Still humid by day, humid by night. We're looking at overnight lows 12 to 15 degrees. Now, tomorrow, cloudy again for some of us. There'll be some sunny spells, but still those showers around, and still the potential for some of them to be heavy and thundery, leading to the risk of flash flooding. You can see a lot of them across parts of Scotland and Northern England, some getting into Northern Ireland, but we'll also see them across England and Wales. Now, they're going to be hit and miss. Not all of us will catch one, of course, and they are difficult to forecast exactly where they are going to be. On the charts, you can see where we think they're going to be, but they could be more widespread than this, and they could start earlier than you're actually seeing on the charts. But temperatures ranging from 18 in the north to about 23 as we slip down towards the south. Then on Wednesday, our weather starts to come in from the Atlantic. We've got an area of low pressure bringing in weather fronts. Look at the isobars, telling you also that on Wednesday it is going to be windy. So most of us will start off on a dry note, even some sunshine around, areas of cloud. But then we've got all this rain piling in from the southwest, advancing northwards, and some of that will also be heavy. It's going to be windier too across the southwest in particular. Temperatures during the course of Wednesday ranging from 16 in the north, 21 as we push towards Edinburgh, and 22 as we head down towards London. And if you think we're out of the woods after that, we're not. The rest of the week remains unsettled, and for some of us it will be particularly windy on Friday. Good morning, everybody. Yes, it has, Lou. A lot of flooding yesterday across parts of East Anglia, Lincolnshire, the Midlands. 30 to 40 millimetres of rainfall in just 1 hour in some places, so you can see why it flooded. Now, this morning it's a brighter start in Bracknell in Berkshire, but if you have a look at what's happening in Suffolk, many parts of England and Wales have got low cloud and some mist or fog. Some of it is dense with very poor visibility, so if you are travelling this morning, do bear that in mind. Today we will see some sunny spells, but there'll be some thundery downpours once again, which could well lead to some flash floods again. What's happening is we've got this weather front which has been moving northwards. That's what's produced all the rain. Watch how it curls round, and it affects parts of Wales, especially later in the day. But this morning we've got the rain moving north. As we're in the south, there's a lot of cloud, there's some mist and fog, there's some sunny skies as well, as we saw in Bracknell. But really, we're looking at showers from the word go. This band of rain continuing to move through northern England into southern Scotland and Northern Ireland. A lot of cloud across Scotland this morning, especially so in eastern areas. Now, through the course of the day, as this front moves northwards, what you find is the rain in it will turn more showery, but still there's a potential in both Scotland and Northern Ireland for the odd heavy burst and some thunder and lightning. For England and for Wales, we're looking at the thunderstorms getting going through the course of the day, torrential in places. Not all of us will catch one. In between there will be some sunshine, and temperatures ranging from 15 to about 23. But if you're in Yorkshire, northeast England, it won't feel as cold today as it has done in the last few days. Yesterday, for example, the temperature for you was only 14 degrees, but it still is going to feel humid wherever you are. Now through this evening and overnight, we'll start off with a lot of showers, but through the nighttime period, many of them will fade, but will hang on to quite a lot in the west. There'll be low cloud and some mist and fog and some drizzle, particularly across parts of Scotland, particularly so in the east, and temperatures falling to between 12 and 15 degrees. Now some of this low cloud, mist and fog could linger for much of the day across parts of Scotland, and then once again, we're looking at a mixture of sunshine and showers, perhaps a bit more sunshine than we're looking at today, less humid than today, but still the showers are likely to be torrential in places, and we'll also see the risk of flash flooding once again. On Wednesday, most of us start off on a dry note, but then we've got all this heavy rain and a strengthening wind pushing in from the west and migrating northwards. Temperatures, well, once again, back in the humid scale. Isn't it? It's unprecedented, and that has to be verified, Dan, as well, but I'll tell you about that later on. Yesterday we saw a picture, and we've just seen it again, of that waterspout. A waterspout is actually a tornado over water. Now this morning it's murky. There's a lot of low cloud mist and fog around, as you can see from this Weather Watchers picture in Suffolk. So it's especially across England and Wales. If you're travelling, bear that in mind. But there's the potential for more thundery downpours today with large hail, gusty winds, which once again could lead to some localised flooding. It's very difficult to forecast exactly where they're going to be. But in between, there will be some sunny spells. So what's happening is we've got low pressure dominating our weather and this weather front. This is a weather front that produced all the rain yesterday. Look at the curl of it. This is where we're seeing the rain now. And the rain is particularly heavy across northern England, fringing into Scotland. Come south, we've got some low cloud mist and murk, some fog around. There's some sunny spells and already some showers. But the heaviest rain is moving across northern England, across the borders into Scotland and also Northern Ireland. Now ahead of it, some bright skies, but still a lot of low cloud across the north and east of Scotland, for example. Through the day, that band of rain pushes into southern Scotland and northern England, getting into the Highlands as a showery mass. And what you'll find is there'll be the odd heavy bursts in that, which will also be thundery. For England, for Wales, some heavy thundery, slow-moving downpours, but gusty around them with large hail. Now, yesterday, the top temperature in parts of Yorkshire was only 14 degrees. It'll be warmer for you today, but you can see 15 to 23, once again, feeling humid. Through this evening and overnight, while many of the showers will fade, we'll hang on to them in the west, and again, we'll see a lot of low cloud, mist and fog, and some drizzle coming in, particularly across eastern parts of Scotland. Temperatures falling between 12 fog for much of the day, if not all of the day in some parts of eastern Scotland. There'll be more sunshine around than today, and it won't feel as humid, but we will still see a good packet of showers, and some of those will be heavy and thundery, and there is the risk of some large hail coming out of them as well. Temperatures in the north, 16 degrees, in the south, 23 degrees. On Wednesday, a bit of a change. All of us will start off on a dry note, but then we've got this next system coming in from the west, introducing stronger winds and also some heavy rain, and that's going to be advancing northwards and eastwards through the day. Temperatures 16 in the course of Thursday, and then it remains unsettled. Good morning, everybody. I'm showing you a picture of a waterspout. This was taken by one of our weather watchers yesterday. Now, a waterspout is basically a tornado over water. If this waterspout was to travel inland and then be overland, it would change its name back to a tornado in the same way that a tornado, which is formed inland, goes out to sea, it becomes a waterspout. But either way, you don't want to run into either of these. Here's another picture, potentially of this same waterspout, taken in Portishead by another weather watcher. Now today we're likely to see further heavy thundery downpours. There'll be some sunny spells in between, but yesterday of course we had some flash flooding. Today we could see the same. There's certainly the potential for it. We've got heavy rain moving out of northern England into southern and central Scotland and Northern Ireland, curling into Wales. It will tend to turn more showery, but you could catch some heavy bursts with some thunder and lightning, and then we'll see further heavy thundery downpours across England and Wales. Not all of us will get one. They're very difficult to forecast exactly where they're going to be, but they could lead to flash flooding. Now, yesterday the temperature in parts of Yorkshire was only 14 degrees. Today it's going to be higher for you. In fact, the temperature's 15 to 24, maybe 25, and it is going to feel humid. As we go through this evening and overnight, many of the showers will start to fade. We'll hang on to them in the west, and we'll see a lot of low cloud, mist and murk, some fog, especially across eastern parts of Scotland. Temperatures falling to between 12 and 15 degrees. Tomorrow then we start off with all this low cloud, mist and fog, and some of it will linger all day. We'll also see more sunshine than we're looking at today, and it won't feel as humid. But already you can see the showers, and around those showers, which could be heavy and thundery, there'll be gusty winds, and like today we could also see some large hail. Temperatures 16 in the north to 23 in the south. Things change a little bit with more of an Atlantic influence on Wednesday. Still low pressure in charge of our weather. Weather fronts coming in from the southwest, and look at the isobars telling you it's going to turn windier. So after a dry start, from the southwest producing all this rain, moving northeastwards, gusty winds around it with highs 16 to 22. The headlines coming up next. It certainly has, Lou. Yes, good morning, everybody. We've had reports of water spouts, of flash flooding, for example, and today we're not out of the woods in terms of flash flooding because there's further thundery downpours coming our way. But if you're travelling this morning across parts of England and Wales, as you can see from this Weather Watchers pictures, there are some dense fog patches around in the Channel Islands and Jersey, some low cloud, but a bright start to the day. But don't forget, heavy thundery downpours, slow moving, and also some sunny spells. Now you can see what's been happening through the course of the early part of today. All this rain has been moving northwards, flashes of lightning around it, and it's going to continue to push northwards as we go through the day. It's courtesy of this weather front. It's what produced all the rain yesterday. Now if we follow that curl round, this is where we're going to see the rain, but we'll also have some homegrown showers as well, and some of those will be torrential. So as the rain leaves northern England, moves into Scotland and Northern Ireland, it will turn more showery, but even so, there'll be some heavy and thundery bursts. It curls into Wales, so more for you as well, and it will leave a lot of cloud in its wake across much of Scotland. For Northern Ireland, you can expect a wet afternoon with the rain on and off, but it will dry up in Northern England with still a fair bit of cloud around. But for the rest of England and also Wales, this is where we're going to see some further heavy thundery downpours, gusty winds around them, and some large hail like some of us had yesterday. Temperatures 14 to about 25 more likely in East Anglia. And yesterday the top temperature in parts of northeast England was only 14, so today it will feel that bit warmer. Now through this evening and overnight, many of the showers will fade, but we will hang on to a good few in the west. The other thing is we'll see a lot of cloud across Scotland. Low cloud, mist, murk, fog, drizzle, especially in the east. Temperatures falling to between 13 and about 15 or 16 degrees. Tomorrow this cloud will linger for some, in fact it will linger all day for some parts, but there will generally be more sunshine around than today, and it won't feel as humid either. But one thing you will notice is the showers will get going once again. Now at the moment there are no Met Office warnings out for this, but there still is the potential that they could be heavy and thundery. Temperatures 15 to about 23 degrees. On Wednesday, we see a bit of a change as our weather starts coming in from the Atlantic, and with an area of low pressure and this weather front draped around it, after a dry start, we're going to watch all this rain migrate northwards across England, Wales, Northern Ireland, probably into southern Scotland by the time we get to the end of the day. So ahead of it, for the rest of Scotland, it will be relatively dry, but again, a fair bit of cloud in the east. Temperatures 15 to about 21 degrees. It eventually makes it across Scotland through the course of the night. Thursday, a lot of dry weather with a few showers, but once again, more unsettled weather coming in from the west.